single responsibility principle in solid principle. So in this principle, a class should have only one reason to change. It should focus on a single responsibility or task. So first we have the bad example. The employee does all the things, this class. In the better example, we create different class for the separation of concern. Pay calculator, employee repository, email sender, all have a different open closed principle in solid principle. In this, classes should be open for extension but closed for modification. We should be able to add new features without modifying existing code. So we have taken an example of shape area calculator. If we want to support a new shape, then we need to modify the existing class. In better example, what we can do is we can separate out the shape from the area calculator so that later if we want to add new shape, then we can easily create a new class for that shape and area calculator. Liskov substitution principle is a third point in solid principle. So in this, subtype must be replaceable for their base types without breaking the program. An inherited class should maintain the behavior of their parent classes. So we have taken one example which will violate the LSP. It's not good approach to create a square by extending the rectangle. Fourth point in solid principle is interface segregation principle. So clients should not be forced to depend on the method they don't use and break large interfaces into smaller, more specific ones. So in the bad example, some bird can fly, eat, and some can swim, but not all can swim. So for the better example, what we can do is we can create separate interface for flying birds and separate interface for the final point in solid principle is dependency inversion principle. So what it says, depend on abstraction, not on concrete. So high level modules should not depend on low level modules. Both should depend on abstraction. So in the bad example, the email sender is directly dependent on SMTP client. For the better one, what we can do is we can create a interface email client and email sender will depend on email client interface instead of directly depending on the concrete class.